Arsenal overpower Aston Villa 4-1 at the Emirates to end 2025 on a high. Arsenal closed out the 2025 calendar year in emphatic fashion with a commanding 4-1 victory over Aston Villa at the Emirates Stadium, delivering a performance that underlined their Premier League title credentials and sent a clear warning to their closest rivals. In front of a raucous home crowd, Mikel Arteta's side produced a ruthless second-half display that dismantled a Villa team who had arrived in North London in confident form. What had been a tense, finely balanced contest in the first half turned decisively in Arsenal's favor after the break, as the Gunners scored 4 times with pace, precision, and authority. Goals from Gabriel Magalhães, Martín Zubimendi, Leandro Trossard, and Gabriel Jesus ensured Arsenal finished the year top of the league, while Aston Villa were left to reflect on a rare and sobering defeat. A high-stakes encounter under the lights. The significance of the fixture was evident long before kickoff. Arsenal entered the match knowing that a win would strengthen their grip on first place as the Premier League headed into the new year, while Aston Villa, enjoying one of their most consistent seasons in recent memory, saw the encounter as an opportunity to assert themselves as genuine title contenders. The Emirates Stadium crackled with anticipation as the teams emerged, the atmosphere amplified by the sense that this was more than just another league match. For Arsenal, it was a chance to reaffirm their dominance at home. For Villa, an opportunity to prove they belonged among the elite. The opening exchanges reflected the magnitude of the occasion. Both sides approached the first half with caution, prioritizing structure and defensive discipline over early risk-taking. Arsenal enjoyed more of the ball, circulating possession patiently across the back line and midfield, while Villa sat compact and looked to exploit space on the counterattack. Aston Villa were arguably the sharper side in transition during the early stages. Ollie Watkins' pace caused moments of concern for Arsenal's defense, and the visitors came close midway through the half when Watkins broke through the channel, only to drag his shot narrowly wide of the far post. Arsenal responded with increased pressure, particularly down the right flank, where Bukayo Saka was a constant outlet. Martin Odegaard dictated tempo from midfield, probing for gaps and attempting to draw Villa out of their disciplined defensive block. Despite this, clear-cut chances were limited, with Villa's center-back standing firm and goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez commanding his area confidently. As halftime approached, the match remained goalless, a reflection of 2 well-organized sides canceling each other out. While the Emirates crowd urged Arsenal forward, the first half ended with a sense that the game was poised delicately on a knife edge. Second half transformation. Arsenal raised the tempo. Whatever was said in the Arsenal dressing room at halftime had an immediate and dramatic effect. The Gunners emerged with noticeably higher intensity, pressing more aggressively and moving the ball at greater speed. The breakthrough arrived just 3 minutes after the restart. A dangerous corner delivered into the penalty area caused confusion in the Villa defense, and Gabriel Magalhães reacted quickest, forcing the ball over the line from close range. The goal lifted the stadium instantly and shifted the momentum decisively in Arsenal's favor. Villa barely had time to regroup before Arsenal struck again. High pressing forced a turnover in midfield, and captain Martin Odegaard threaded a perfectly weighted pass through the defensive line. Martín Zubimendi timed his run superbly and finished with composure, doubling the lead and leaving Villa stunned. In the space of 5 minutes, a contest that had been finely balanced was suddenly slipping away from the visitors. Villa struggle as Arsenal take control. The second goal visibly rattled Aston Villa. Their midfield, so compact in the first half, began to lose shape as Arsenal's confidence surged. The Gunners dominated possession, pinning Villa deep and repeatedly forcing them to defend wave after wave of attack. Leandro Trossard, drifting intelligently between the lines, became increasingly influential. His movement created space for teammates, while his direct running unsettled Villa's back line. On 69 minutes, Arsenal's pressure told once more. Trossard collected the ball outside the penalty area, shifted it onto his stronger foot, and curled a superb strike beyond Martinez into the far corner. After a brief VR check, the goal was confirmed and the Emirates erupted. At 3-0, the outcome felt inevitable. Instant impact from the bench. Mikel Arteta continued to manage the game astutely, introducing fresh legs to maintain Arsenal's intensity. One of those substitutions paid dividends almost immediately. Gabriel Jesus, brought on to replace the central striker, needed less than a minute to make his mark. Receiving the ball on the edge of the box, Jesus showed remarkable composure, bending a precise finish into the bottom corner. It was a moment of individual quality that capped a dominant Arsenal performance and marked a significant personal milestone for the Brazilian, whose goal drought in the league had been well documented. At 4-0, Arsenal were in complete control, and the focus shifted from competition to celebration in the stands. Late consolation for Villa. To their credit, Aston Villa continued to push forward in search of a response, refusing to collapse entirely, despite the scoreline. Their persistence was rewarded in stoppage time when Ollie Watkins found space inside the box and finished clinically to pull one back. While the goal offered some consolation, it did little to alter the narrative of the match. The final whistle soon followed, confirming a comprehensive Arsenal victory that was built on discipline, tactical clarity, and devastating efficiency after the break. Tactical analysis, where the game was won. The contrast between the two halves was stark, and much of Arsenal's success can be attributed to their tactical adjustments. After a patient but cautious first half, Arteta's side increased the intensity of their press, disrupting Villa's build-up play and forcing errors in dangerous areas. Arsenal's midfield triangle played a crucial role in controlling the game. Odegaard's vision and leadership were complemented by Zubimendi's intelligent positioning and ability to break lines, while the fullbacks pushed higher to stretch Villa horizontally. Set pieces also proved decisive. Arsenal's opener from a corner highlighted their continued improvement in dead ball situations, an area that has become an increasingly important source of goals this season. Villa, by contrast, struggled to adapt once they fell behind. Their compact shape, effective in the first half, became a liability when Arsenal increased the tempo. Gaps opened between defense and midfield, and Arsenal exploited those spaces ruthlessly. Individual performances. Several Arsenal players delivered standout performances on the night. Gabriel Magalhães was imperious at the back and set the tone with the opening goal. Odegaard's influence was evident throughout, his passing and movement driving Arsenal forward. Leandro Trossard's contribution went beyond his goal, as his versatility and intelligence caused constant problems for Villa's defenders. Gabriel Jesus' cameo off the bench added further emphasis to Arsenal's attacking depth. For Aston Villa, Ollie Watkins remained a threat even in defeat, while moments of quality from midfield offered brief glimpses of their potential. However, they were ultimately outmatched by a more cohesive and clinical Arsenal side. The victory ensured Arsenal ended 2025 firmly at the summit of the Premier League table, extending their lead over key rivals and reinforcing their status as title favorites heading into the new year. It was a result that combined style with substance, demonstrating not only attacking flair, but also mental resilience. For Aston Villa, the defeat marked a setback in what has otherwise been an impressive season. While the scoreline was harsh, the match offered valuable lessons as they continue to pursue European qualification. Conclusion: a statement win, Arsenal's 4-1 triumph over Aston Villa was more than just another 3 points. It was a statement of intent, a demonstration of growth, and a reminder of the standards Arteta has instilled in his squad. As the Emirates crowd spilled out into the cold London night, there was a sense of belief and optimism surrounding the club. If this performance is any indication, Arsenal enter 2026 with momentum, confidence, and a clear vision of what they want to achieve. For Aston Villa, the challenge now is to respond, regroup, and ensure that this defeat becomes a learning experience rather than a turning point. The Premier League title race remains far from decided, but on this December night in North London, Arsenal sent a powerful message. They are ready for the challenge ahead. Thanks for watching. For more sports videos, please press like and share. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel.